Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. This is the Sang Media Podcast. I am your host, Vincent Sang. Today, I have a guest here with me again.
Stefan, back at it again.
Yes, sir. And today, we're going to be talking about an interesting subject that we're both pretty passionate about, gaming.
Love it. It's an outlet. I don't have to interact with the real world, but get to interact with the homies, get some dubs. So I love it.
Yeah, and get frustrated at the same time,
Yeah.
but also have fun at the same time.
I'm saying, bro.
And during these times right now, COVID and everything, it's like there's no better way to talk to other people.
Honestly, yeah. Safe, very safe. You can never get bored. Unless you're playing one game like Valorant all day, but
Yeah.
I mean, depending on like what kind of gamer you are, it's like unlimited content for you to do with your friends.
Yeah, there's different moods, different games that you can play with each other. Which brings us to the subject of, streamers.
Yeah. So I think video game has like a very bad connotation and misrepresentation by like older gen.
Yeah.
Right? Or like people that aren't into video games and they kind of just see it as like being lazy. Because I've had it, during college, right? That's when I first got my PC. Was like sophomore, junior year. Built my PC. After that, I was addicted, so I just stayed home. I just stayed in my apartment and gamed.
Yeah.
And I had friends who were like, yo, come out, play volleyball. And, I was like, nah, I'm trying to game, bro. I'm trying to get this fucking grind.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this dub.
Yeah, but then there's this one motherfucker, right? I'm not friends with her no more because she's a fucking bitch. But, like, she's like, all you do is play video games. And it's just like, what are you getting out of that? I'm just like, bitch, you fucking binge watch Netflix. Like, what's the difference? If anything, I have more mental stimulation than you are.
Yeah, it gives you,
like,
it actually improves reaction time.
Yeah, you just dozing off on Netflix like hours and hours a day. Like, what are you to tell me that I'm fucking lazy when you're like doing the same thing, but not really because you're not using your brain. You're just watching something. I'm interacting. I'm socializing with friends. Like, you may not know that, but there's a thing called Discord.
Yeah.
I'm talking with the homies. We're playing with the homies. You grinding with the homies.
Yeah,
I'm sweating. Yeah, I'm saying like I think that just like people that aren't like familiar with gaming, just it's like. They just have this automatic prejudice, towards like, gamers as lazy.
Yeah, they're lazy. They only stay inside.
Yeah, like stupid. Like that's not true. Like I think video games are a way of just like expanding out. It's like an extension to real life. You know what I mean?
I feel like I don't know if it was like that for you because you said you got really into gaming sophomore year or freshman year of college, right?
Yeah.
But I even remember as a child, it was like a huge escape for me because I was at this certain house from like I was born or maybe like preschool to fourth grade, right? I had tons of friends there, And then I moved to this house where my mom and grandma currently live now, which is in this house, right? And I remember moving, it was hard for me to make friends. It was hard for me to like, make those connections like I did back in my old school because I already had those connections. Yeah. And already back then I was already into gaming. Like my older cousin had an Xbox growing up, right? I was always into it. I was like, oh my God, let's play. Like Halo got me hooked, right? Halo was like the first game I ever played that I got addicted. And then I got my own Game Boy, but I never had an Xbox or anything. Then he donated me the Xbox and then I got Xbox 360 and I was like fourth, fifth grade. Yeah. I still didn't know that many people in elementary school. And I was always able to escape the video games because I didn't know there was a thing called Xbox Live. Yeah. I didn't know you could connect with other people. Right. And sometimes, sure, the gaming community can be toxic and, us gaming as little kids, right? We were toxic too. Yeah. But we also found some of our best friends that you never knew that you would be friends with. Like I had a friend from Atlanta that I played with like Gears of War and stuff like that as a kid. And I was always hyped because like then it felt like gaming made me have more friends too because I found more friends in elementary school that liked gaming as well. And I was like, oh, you have Xbox too? Yo, let's go play when we get home. And I remember at elementary school, I would always be hyped, like, let's go back home and play MW2, let's go play Halo 3, like blah, 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 blah. Exactly. And like people don't understand, right? Like you said, they think you're lazy, blah, blah. My parents thought that of me, like, you need to go outside more. You used to go outside so much. Like, what the fuck happened? Right. And it's like, no, like, I'm having fun with my friends. Right. It's like...
I think it's... I can understand, like, where your parents are coming from. Because if you're... Like, I get it. When we're kids, we kind of lose track of time. And you don't know how to balance shit, right? Like, I understand, like, you need to go outside. I understand that from a parent's point of view. because you do need to exercise. You need to have because you're still growing at that age, and I understand what your parents are trying to do. Like,
Yeah,
I've always kind of understood that. Like, I would know I'd play for like 5 hours. I'm like, whoa, like in middle school, like, oh shit.
Yeah, where did time go?
I'm just like, oh fuck, I need to go outside. And that's what I think. I think for my age, I don't know if I'm capping or not, but I think I was pretty mature in terms of like balancing out like just basic tasks, like doing homework, getting that done first, and then getting my golf hours in, practicing and shit like that for prepping for like state championships or some shit like that. Yeah, I was able to balance that shit out.
I feel like you were really balanced then.
Yeah, but like now it's just like, oh, fuck. But
that's interesting.
Yeah, but anyways, I think that I don't know if you want to fix that or not.
You know, where's the remote?
There.
If for the guys that are listening and girls out there, one of our lights just went out, and I don't know why it went out.
Yeah, I think a bulb went out. Maybe.
The bulb maybe went out, and that bulb can't maybe be replaced because it's stuck in there.
Oh shit!
I'll try to figure it out later, but I think the lighting is just as good right now.
Okay. That's fine.
For the people that are watching, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but anyways, I was super balanced, but when I got the PC, like PC's different from Xbox. Like,
oh hell!
It's way too distracting to be balanced. So like it's bad now, but I think once I find a job, I think it'll change. But yeah, I think just the perception of video games. I don't know. It's very bad, but like people can make careers out of like streamers and shit. And I just feel like people just don't understand that environment. It's like that also brings up to the point about like the word, like the community, streaming community. So you know how there's girl streamers and guy streamers, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And like the word simp, right?
Yeah.
And then and then female streamers get a lot of hate, and they're called e-thoughts because like they're I don't know. I was following this Reddit where it's like. If you exploit, your body parts, you're automatically e-thought. And like,
okay.
There's like some truth, but like not all of it. Like it depends on your intention, stuff like that. Like I don't ever believe that like guys should kind of mandate what women should wear.
Yeah, it's their freedom of choice.
Like that's their choice. Like I think it's just like the male community in Twitch is like they're just kind of jealous.
Yeah.
In a way.
I mean, most people that you see on Twitch and like gamers, like there's a stereotype and persona. Like there are people that don't really go out. There are people that don't really talk to other girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like if a girl streamer's on there, she's automatically a fucking slut. You know what I mean? Yeah. In the game, like in the streaming world, like you got Pokemon, right? She gets accused of like flaunting her ass, but she just got up to like get some shit or some shit like that. Yeah. Like it might be her attention, but like you should give it the benefit of the doubt. Like she's just getting up to. You know what I mean? Like they kind of girls should low key get harassed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody takes that shit seriously. And
and it's like, part of me does understand where like, from both sides, right? Like some people are like, oh yeah, they're only getting popular or blah 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 because of like their body or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like. That's everyday life, in acting and stuff like that. They usually hire the more attractive person,
right.
Because it's a marketing thing. Like, people are always attracted to the more attractive person. It's normal.
Right.
And like, oh, light just went back on, guys. And it's like, you can't blame the person for doing that because they're being smart about it. Like, a lot of people, like, I was even one of those people in high school. I used to hate on Kim Kardashian. I was like, why is she popular, blah, blah, blah. But if you think of it, she's fucking genius.
Yeah.
When she was like 14, 15, right? She already knew she was attractive. She was getting following. She was getting all these things. Yeah. And she exploited that. She was like, okay, I'm going to start my own makeup brand. I'm going to start my own stuff. Like, are you really calling this person not being talented and not being enough for themselves when they're making the money and you're not?
Yeah, right, you just got five-headed. It's literally like, if you're... It's literally like the audience's fault if they're getting mad about like a female streamer popping off all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's simping, right?
Yeah.
Like you're simping because you want to talk to them. But like the word simp, it's kind of like kind of stupid at the same time because anything that a guy does to like maybe impress or just talk to a female, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's automatically assumed. If you're being nice to a female, that's automatically called a simp.
Yeah, you're like...
like these words that just like come up, I think it's just stupid because like just respecting women, you're automatic simp.
Yeah.
Like the word simping, I don't know. I just feel like it's a stupid term. And also like the perception of female streamers and how they get popular when their like bodies are exposed. It's just like... isn't it the audience's fault for like,
yeah.
If you hate on somebody but you watch because you're trying to basically simp,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and it comes to show like successful people. You're like if you have haters, you made it.
Yeah,
you know, people,
exactly. Yeah, because you succeeded.
Yeah, they're watching your content. They're always like judging your shit. And I bet you, in the end of the day, like in the beginning, they were your number one fan.
Right.
But then you probably didn't get the attention you wanted, and then now you turned into a hater or something like that.
I'm saying.
Or you're turning into a hater to get the clout and being a clout chaser.
Right.
Like that, you know.
Yeah. And then the games we play.
Yeah.
What games we playing, man? What games we playing, man?
It's actually funny. So we started playing Among Us.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm pretty sure Among Us has been out for a long time, but it started becoming popular because of quarantine.
Such a simple game.
Yeah.
Turned to a very popular game.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I should have thought about that.
Yeah, and like we're playing Among Us, we're playing Valorant. You know, we're starting like it all relates to streaming. You know,
Yeah.
Some games are becoming popular because out of nowhere, because streamers are doing it, and streamers are getting into it too because they heard that it's getting popular. You know, and I never knew what Among Us was until I saw like Disguised Toast and like Ninja, all that type of stuff. They were playing it, and because they were hopping on the trend,
right?
You know, because like you never know what new video game is going to be hot,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
And I think we've always been on Valorant for a while. That's how we got to know each other, and that's when we started playing. Because I was a CS:GO player like back in high school, then I stopped playing, and then I was like Valorant kind of looks cool as like a mix of Overwatch, League, and CS combined. But I was like, I don't know if I should play. And then I remember Jordan was like, get on, motherfucker. And I started playing. I was like, oh, this shit's fun. Like, it's addicting. But now it's like, I get angry, but I'll still play it, you know? Yeah. It's like, because it's still one of the new hot games, you know? Like, it's going in esports. A lot of the CSGO players are coming back. Shroud even came back to start playing, kind of. Kind of.
He's off of it now, but yeah. I mean, do you think, like, these big streamers have, like, a team that look for video games? I have a feeling because there's no fucking way streamers have the time to like look for streams themselves or games themselves. You know what I mean? Like that's time consuming. Like when I look for new games, that shit's like very time consuming. I feel like they have a small team. Maybe they're moderators.
Yeah.
Probably look for games.
And you don't know what's going to be hot. Yeah, exactly. I kind of agree. You know, like PewDiePie and like Markiplier and stuff like that. I still look up to them. I mostly watch Markiplier. He's the one I mostly keep up with now. I don't really watch PewDiePie or like Jacksepticeye anymore.
I stopped watching everybody.
But I know they would find these random games because, you know, fans would either recommend it to them, sponsors would recommend it to them, or maybe, there's a team that's like, oh, try out this new game that came out, maybe it'll be hot type. Or there's people who are researching it because I don't know when Among Us started getting popular, but it started getting popular. And the next thing you know, all the big Twitch streamers were starting to go into it.
Because, like, I don't think Among Us did any sponsored streams. I don't think that company had enough money to sponsor streamers. Probably now, but I don't know. It's just, like, kind of crazy. Like, I definitely think they have a team. There's, like, a team that looks for games to play.
I think you just need one popular gamer, right? I think one popular gamer played it. And then next thing you know, they were getting a big audience, and they're like, "Oh, what's this game with this game?" A lot of other people started playing it, and then other streamers hopped onto it. That's what I think, because in Valorant, right, their marketing strategy was genius, right? For the beta pass, you need to watch a streamer play it to get the code, right, to play it yourself. And everyone knew it was a new hot game. It was so CS:GO like that all the old CS:GO heads came onto it, and it was fucking smart because CS:GO started dying. I mean, it's still popular now, but it started dying because hackers were being more common and stuff like that. But when a lot of people who watch Twitch, and a lot of them are CS:GO watchers, saw the CS:GO streamers go into Valorant, like that marketing strategy itself was smart. But Among Us I don't know. But it makes sense, dude, because when we're playing, we're having a blast. Like I think we're playing. We would say one more, another one, and then like I feel like it's so easy. Like when it comes to Valorant, like it kind of is easy. You'll get like a 2-3 stack, but for some reason in Among Us, we will always get a 10 full lobby.
Yeah, because it's like a very user friendly game. Even if you're not a gamer, like I don't know, when we played with a couple of people, they didn't seem like they were gamers, but like
you don't need to be a gamer to play.
You don't need to be a gamer. It's very accessible, easy. It's WASD, and you just click.
It's just a mind game. It's like just talking and doing your task. And You know what I think made it really popular too?
Yeah.
Is because with COVID and stuff like that, we used to play these type of games in person, like Mafia. It's because it's exactly like Mafia or like a murder mystery. But you can't do that now, right?
Yeah.
So where do you escape to? You escape to a video game. And what's exactly like that? Among Us.
Yeah.
It's something that's mind stimulating.
Mm-hmm.
The characters look cute and dope, so it is already attracting people. It attracts males and females alike, and you get to play mind games.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally like it a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think it's really fun, and like whenever you get imposter, it was funny because we were playing with Stef the other day. We were playing with each other, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dude, I'm a crewmate. I'm just trying to fucking die so I can become an imposter." I'm like, "That's so true because you get all the fun being an imposter.
Yeah.
The only time you have fun when you're a crewmate is when you solve the shit like easily. It's like, you're capping."
No, I don't like solving the shit. I like the imposter. But I think Among Us hits every box in like what makes a game successful. Not only is it like very mentally stimulating, it hits like all demographics. So a little fucking kid could play it. Our age could play it. Like it could be a drinking game. Old heads could fucking play it too. Like old heads definitely play it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It hits all demographics. There's a rhetoric behind those games, like the memes that come out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I came out of Electrical while the guy's getting a fucking blowjob in the fucking hall. Like that meme. Like there's memes that generate that. Like it hits everything. Like it gets pop. Like even my girlfriend knows it. She's not even a gamer, bro. I was like, you know what Among Us is? Like, yeah, I know Among Us is because of the meme. It's like people that don't even play the game know about the game because of its rhetoric,
the venting and stuff like that.
It's like the memes. Yeah, it comes out to Twitter and then it reaches like the ones that don't play it. They hit all the boxes.
And it's genius too because, like you said, it attracts all ages, right? Mm-hmm. And it's free on phone.
Yeah,
it's free on phone and only $5 on PC.
Yeah, that's what all the little kids play.
Yeah, and like you could literally talk to anyone with it. And I think a lot of people get a stimulation like of like serotonin in their brains when they get away with it.
Yeah.
Like they're like you murder someone, you self-report it. It's like, oh, I just saw you murder. It's like, what? You're fucking capping. Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, I didn't murder him. You murdered him and self-report. It's like, no, you did it. And then when you convince everyone, it's like, ha.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that game's gonna come. It has to come on console.
Yeah,
it's gonna go on console. It can be done.
You know what's wild? I think when we first started playing, right? I logged in and it said, "Thank you for playing Among Us. We are working on Among Us 2."
Yeah.
So it comes to show like you need that small bit of popularity to bounce into something new, right? You need, that's with everything. But like that game's been out for a while, and this is its break.
Yeah. And
I think that goes with like streaming too, because we're streamers. We both stream. If you guys don't know, follow him, twitch.tv/vstef. /Vinny saying is me.
Shameless plug.
But when we stream, we try to stream because, we game often, right? But it's not as easy as people think. Like people can make it in careers, like you said, beginning, like Ninja popped off, Pokemon popped off. Yeah. We have This Guy's Toast, but like they do YouTube videos, but they're mainly known for their Twitch. But it takes a game for them to blow, right? Yeah. So like Ninja was playing H1Z1 before.
H1, no, he played Halo,
and he was known for he was known for Halo. But then he started twitching H1Z1, right?
Yeah.
But no one really knew him. Like I was a Halo community person, but I didn't really know about them, Ninja, to be honest. But his name kept on popping off when Fortnite came off.
I think it could go even back to H1 because I guess he was one of like the top players in H1. I think it's more so like the longevity and the consistency of a streamer. So like back then, right? I know he had like some clout in the Halo days, and I think it's because streaming wasn't as accessible back then, like 2010. Like you would have to get the Elgato Stream shit, like get capture card. Everybody played mostly on Xbox, right, or like PS3,
PS4,
right? And like only the like kind of the elite, like people that were in the high class had PCs.
Yeah.
And so
PCs back then were.
Yeah, it was expensive as fuck. Yeah, so streaming wasn't as accessible, and I don't think there was like a Streamlabs type shit, right?
I think everyone was using like OBS.
Yeah, and they were using mostly capture card, and most of the streamers back then played on console too.
Yeah,
I think from what I remember.
Yeah, they did like console, put a capture card in it, and then they had like just the camera.
Yeah, exactly. So it was hard. I think it was expensive. Getting a capture card back then was like I think it was $400.
Yeah, and then like the new good capture cards are like $100, $200, but then now there's like knockoff versions that are like only $20.
And now you can just download Streamlabs and you're a streamer.
Yeah.
Just get a Logitech camera and like a cheap one, and then you're a streamer. And so I think now it's even harder because it's oversaturated. Twitch is oversaturated. So as well as streaming on YouTube, you can say that for any platform these days because of technology. How like you can get a computer for cheap and be a streamer. You can play a game fluidly for like a $800 computer and stream it. You'd be chill.
Yeah, because a lot more people are like bouncing on.
Yeah, it's oversaturated. So I think that has to do with like the longevity of it is why I think that the clout. Because I think Ninja had like a small community in his Halo days, but it's still a community.
Yeah, it's still a community.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And then he found the right game and it was consistent because he streamed every day and he was consistent on the schedule. Yeah. So then he like found the game Fortnite that made him pop off like crazy. Same with Pokemon. She was on. I remember watching one of her streams. She said she's been on Twitch for like 13 years.
Really?
That's fucking wild. Yeah, she said she streamed consistently, and she found League, and then
13 years.
Yeah, she streamed, and then she popped
How
off.
How old
like,
is Pokemon?
I don't know.
I think she's like in her 20s, right?
She's definitely 25 or 26, maybe.
13 years. So she started when she was a young teen.
Yeah,
huh?
she. I think she started streaming like high school or some shit like that. But like it makes sense. It's like longevity and then consistency, and then you found your game.
Yep.
Or like the content you're creating, because I think I just found her just from like, I found her through Fortnite. Because the other streamers were playing that I watched.
I found her through League.
Yeah.
Because I used to be in the League community, and like it's like, oh my god, look at this gamer girl that she's pretty, blah blah blah, like we said before. Exactly. But like I never thought of it in a bad way. Like she is pretty, and she can game. She can game. Yeah. So
she was plat. She's plat in Valorant, but she's plat 3. No, she hit diamond. No, yeah, she hit diamond.
Bad.
Nah, she got carried, bro.
I feel sad right now, bro.
I'm saying, dude. But like, I think it's longevity, consistency, and then finding the right game. Because she did the smart move where she can expand her audience by playing trendy games. So like, I'm pretty sure she probably was founded and very popular in League. Yeah. So now she's able to move on to trendy games like Fortnite, and that's how I found her, and that's how a lot of people found her.
Because she already has her community, and then she's going to grab more.
Yeah, and then she linked with Myth, was one of the big Fortnite players in the beginning, like Ninja. And they played with Myth, and then got big. She got even bigger, and then
because a lot of these people were known for Fortnite, right? Exactly. Or like they at least adapted to Fortnite. And now Fortnite's kind of dying. Some people are still playing it, like Ninja's still playing it. Yeah. But like Myth and all of them are playing Among Us now. Right. They're playing they're playing not Cold War, Warzone. Yeah. And stuff like that now.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just like the small community. I think just building a small community first is kind of like you're kind of set. Yeah. And then you just gotta be consistent, and then you find the right game that you're either good at or you're just a funny guy, like funny or creative content that your small audience likes and they promote it. And like if you have a small community, then obviously you're gonna find even more people that are gonna be in your community, and it gets bigger and bigger. Yeah. So I think that's cool.
I think another big thing is because we talked about this a little bit with each other already. Is being like we already said consistent, but like being passionate about your stuff, you know? Like making sure it's content that you would watch. Like if you would watch, like genuinely like to watch yourself, like you said, you know? Yeah. What else did you say? Like if you're a low streamer and like a big streamer finds you, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. So I was interested in like small streamers and how like, if I were to play that game Fortnite in the beginning, right? I'd be big. And because like, I was thinking about it, like, if I had played Fortnite, I pick up games pretty fast. Like, I've never played a shooter like CSGO before, and I picked up Valorant. I just, like, am able to be a little bit above average. Yeah. And or average at a game. Like, I have game sense. But, like, Fortnite, I don't know. I just, like, would practice it because, like...
You could grind.
I grinded the fuck out of that game. Yeah, but... I think of streamers like, I don't know if you all know, like Space Lion or Svenos, right? They started the game way before, like when Ninja started, right? Yeah. And they got popularity because they started the game early and they had rare skins that people...
so they kind of hopped on before it was known.
Exactly. So like, I think it's interesting. And then Ninja hosted him, or I think Ninja hosted some dude, and he just popped off. And then making the right moves. Yeah, he made some of the right moves, but then like... As time went on, he made the wrong moves. He just
and then died.
And then died down a bit. He used to hit like 5,000 viewers, which is really good. Yeah. I mean, compared to Ninja views, not really, but like in terms of
you got stuff from somewhere.
You can no 5,000 viewers, consistent concurrent viewers. You can make a really good.
You
living.
get sponsorships too.
Yeah, exactly, and the sub counts like you're
enough
straight.
Donations too.
Yeah, no, you live in a mansion with 5K viewers, but like I guess like he's probably stuck to the game too long. He wasn't very good.
Oh, he wasn't adapting.
He didn't adapt to the meta changes, so he didn't get good. So then he lost followers and viewers. So it's like he hits like 80 viewers, which is still good.
Yeah,
he's in an org. He's in the Centennials, but like I think it's just crazy how you can just get like
up there.
Yeah, up there with like if you have a big streamer just like host you.
Yeah,
and it's just making the right moves after that, which is hard. Which is the hard. I don't blame him. It's hard.
Yeah,
he's trying to hold on.
And I think what's really if it's not being followed or like rated by a big streamer or catching on early in the game, right? Yeah. I think a really big factor is either A, being really good at the game, B, being really funny and having a good personality, or C, both. It's usually mostly both. Yeah. Or it's being a really good gamer. Right. It's one of those two are like, I think, the biggest things. Yeah. To, I guess, start organically. Right. You know, you get a good following, and then next thing you know, you might be blowing up.
Yeah. And there's a wrong way of growing your channel. So then you have the perception that like being hosted, right? That'll give you like a lot of clout. Yes, it does. But then there's also guys that take it the wrong way. It's like if my name and my Twitch.tv name shows up on their screen, I'll get clouted. Yeah. And like that's the wrong way that they start stream sniping or like, you know, kind of harassing. That's like the wrong way. Like, you know what I mean?
Like the trolls on
exactly.
On
but
stream.
like they actually think that they're gonna get fame.
Yeah, because they're trying to expose them and stuff like that.
Not just expose them, but like have their name on their stream. Like
like spamming it and stuff like that, right?
Like that, but also like if you kill them, like in Fortnite, right? Like Ninja gets stream sniped, Tfue gets stream sniped all the time, and when you die, their name shows up on your screen, on their screen.
Yeah. Oh, and then they clip that right away.
Yeah, and they clip that, right? That's on their screens, and then like people go into the stream. Like even like hate towards their streams still good for them because now they're known. Even though it's hate though, but they still got traffic flowing. But that's like the wrong way of doing it though. Yeah. That doesn't create a community, but like you kind of remember.
Yeah, it's because you're trying to get clouded.
Yeah, exactly. It's clout chasing.
Clout chasing, and like a lot of like sports critics do that, right? Yeah. It's like with really popular people in their field, they have to downgrade them and think bad of them because it's going to attract people. Like, what are you talking about? This is like one of the greatest players of all time. Right. Type. Yeah. Yeah.
I also did a project in school about like video games and stuff like that. Yeah. Like I know, till this day, there's still perception of video games as like lazy people and like very like dumb. But like video games have been used to like help people with like disabilities too. So I did a project on or like a subtopic of like augmented and virtual reality games.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So people with disabilities like depression or have like mental disabilities, they benefit well in health in terms of like to mitigate depression. Yeah. Or kind of like distract them. So like a simple instruction game like what's the saber thing?
Beat Saber?
Yeah, Beat Saber. There was a game like that was conducted to like 20 or 30 participants, and they were able to follow the instructions, said they had like fun, right? And then improve their community in those homes that holds those disabled people. Yeah, yeah. I thought that was fucking sick. I never knew that they did that, like this stuff like that.
Video games could do so much more.
And as well as education. Like, I think American education, I don't know if it's around the whole entire world, but like, I think implementing games, because remember the computer labs? Yeah. In elementary school? Yeah, yeah. I thought that was the most effective learning experience.
Because it's adapting to our generation and what we need to learn.
But like they don't do that. I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah. I think it does depend on the learner, but I do agree with like the disabilities and stuff like that. Like it gives the right stimulations and like sensations that will give it to a person that they wouldn't have before. Yeah. And also like imagine when virtual reality is 10 years from now. Like it'll be like Sword Art Online where you just lay down. Mm-hmm. Like that would be a big thing for me. Because I'm physically disabled, right? So I don't remember how it was like having like normal legs since I was like in 4th grade, 5th grade. Like granted, I can still walk. I'm grateful for that. But like if I go into a virtual reality game and I'm like sprinting and doing squats and doing jumps and stuff like that, I'm going to have the time of my life because I'm going to feel like I'm back to my old self.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did that and I was like, damn, that's fucking sick.
That's a good project, dude.
It was a good project. I did like a survey and shit, but I never finished it because of COVID, but yeah. What you gotta do? I gotta hate those, so it's straight.
There you go. Oh my god. Yeah. So, with gaming and stuff like that, it's like I'm always wondering, to change the subject kind of in a way. Like I'm always wondering what's going to be the next hot game, and I'm starting to think maybe it's going to be Cold War because everyone's anticipating that game right now.
Yeah. I think all COD games have been
Damn, this light.
I'm saying, dude, scuffed. But like I'm pretty sure all COD games are very hyped up. I honestly get the COD games just to play the campaign because I love like a story. It's like a movie.
Yeah,
like,
I'm the same.
I've bought all the Modern Warfare because it's all like
they all link up. Yeah,
it's like a movie, but I mean I think it's just gonna be the same.
Yeah,
like multiplayer. Like I haven't even touched the multiplayer in
a brick.
Besides, I played Warzone a couple times, but like. I think it's just repetitive.
Yeah,
I don't think those types of games like that appeal me. I don't think BR appeals me anymore.
I think Cold War is attracting me because Modern Warfare got me back into the game because I was a MW2 kid, Black Ops kid, right? And Modern Warfare was kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
So I bounced back into it because when I left the campaign, I play campaigns like you too. Yeah. The multiplayer was back, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the same way with Cold War.
Right.
And I think everyone's on Warzone now because when like Battlegrounds came out, PUBG and Fortnite, like those type of games become popular. So I'm pretty sure Warzone's going to adapt to Cold War, and something's going to happen where Cold War is going to be the new Warzone type of thing. So I feel like a lot of streamers will hop onto that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the next trendy game, so yeah, of course they're all going to... I mean, COD does sponsor streams too, so I mean, streamers are definitely all going to play that because they're going to sponsor them.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely firmly believe that, but...
Yeah. I guess we had to see once it comes out.
I don't know, man. $60. That's a lot of money, dude. $60 is a lot of money for campaign.
Warzone's free though, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. 200 gigs, dude. Nah. 200 gigs of space, bro. Nah.
They might fix that in the next patch. Hopefully, when Cold War comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's all we could talk about for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing your input again with video games and stuff like that, and welcome back to the channel.
Let's go.
I hope you guys all like this podcast. We are still looking for sponsors, by the way. If you want to sponsor us and talk about video games or Twitch or stuff like that, make sure to follow Stef on his Twitch once again, twitch.tv/vstef. And don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, all the listening platforms, and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
All right. Later, guys.
Peace.